What if I told you the Sahara Desert, that vast, unforgiving sea of sand, wasn't always the barren wasteland we see today? Beneath its scorching surface lies a world frozen in time. Fossils of creatures that swam in ancient rivers, traces of bustling civilizations, and water reservoirs so massive they could sustain nations. But here's the twist. Scientists are just scratching the surface of this colossal mystery. Could there be entire cities, ancient technologies, or even secrets that challenge everything we know about history buried under those dunes? This isn't just a story about the past. It's a hunt for what the sands might still be hiding. Can you imagine the Sahara Desert, that dry, endless stretch of sand, looking more like the Amazon? Sounds crazy, right? But back in the African humid period, that's exactly how it was. Lakes everywhere, rivers flowing like highways, and greenery as far as the eye could see. Picture yourself on a road trip through what's now endless dunes. And instead of sandstorms, you're surrounded by lush forests and wildlife. It's like finding out your boring backyard was once a tropical paradise. And here's the wild part. People lived there. Real civilizations thrived in what we now call a desert wasteland. They left behind hidden mysteries, lost cities, ancient trade routes, and even some wild rock art. It's like those stories of Atlantis, except instead of sinking into the ocean, these cities were swallowed by sand. Imagine stumbling upon your town's main square completely buried, with only hints of its existence left behind. Mind-blowing, right? Even today, the Sahara is holding on to some jaw-dropping secrets. Beneath all that sand are huge underground water reservoirs like the Nubian sandstone aquifer system, just chilling there. Think about it. Ancient water from thousands of years ago, still hidden underground. It's like discovering your great-grandma's recipe book in perfect condition. Except this is life-sustaining water from a whole other era. But here's the big question. What else is down there? Could there be fossils of animals we've never even heard of? Maybe the ruins of a lost city more advanced than anything we know? Honestly, the Sahara feels like the world's biggest mystery box, and we're only now starting to peek inside. You know what's cooler than the Sahara once being green? The proof that life actually thrived there. Archaeologists have found fossils of massive crocodiles, hippos, and fish in places you'd never expect, deep in the desert. Imagine walking across the sand and stumbling on a giant crocodile fossil, like a scene out of Jurassic Park. It's like the desert is keeping souvenirs from its glory days, and we're just starting to collect them. But wait, it gets better. People lived there too, and they left behind some mind-blowing rock art. These ancient carvings and paintings show everything from wild animals to humans hunting and dancing. It's like finding someone's photo album from thousands of years ago. Imagine discovering an ancient mural in your attic, except instead of a family portrait, it's a snapshot of a world long gone. And those weren't just random humans, they were thriving communities. Evidence of ancient civilizations, tools, and even early settlements have been found buried under the sand. It's hard to believe that people used to wake up, fish in massive rivers, and live in what's now one of the harshest places on Earth. Talk about extreme makeovers, right? Here's the thing. Every fossil and artifact is like a puzzle piece to a bigger story. What other surprises are hiding under those dunes? Are there clues about how these people lived or what forced them to leave? The Sahara isn't just a desert. It's a time capsule, and we've barely started unlocking its secrets. Beneath the scorching sands of the Sahara lies something you'd never expect. An ocean's worth of water hidden underground. Yep, the Nubian sandstone aquifer system is like the desert's secret bank account, holding trillions of cubic meters of ancient water. It's so massive that it could supply fresh water to millions of people for decades. Imagine cracking open a vault and finding a treasure that's been locked away for thousands of years. That's what these aquifers are. What's even crazier is how this water got there. Thousands of years ago, during the African humid period, rain poured down in amounts we can barely imagine today. That water seeped into the earth, creating these underground reservoirs. Now they're just sitting there untouched, like nature's emergency stash. Think about it. It's like finding a hidden fridge in your basement stocked with food you didn't even know existed. But here's the kicker. Tapping into this water isn't easy. It's buried deep under layers of sand and rock, making it one of geology's toughest puzzles. Scientists and engineers are working on ways to access it without causing more harm than good. After all, these aquifers aren't just about solving water shortages. They're a glimpse into the Sahara's lush past. And if that doesn't blow your mind, think about what else could be hiding underground. Could there be fossils, lost artifacts, or even ancient cities preserved beneath the sand? The Sahara isn't just hiding water. It's holding on to stories from a time when it wasn't a desert at all. The Sahara isn't just about sand. It's sitting on top of some of the most fascinating geology in the world. Beneath those dunes lies ancient bedrock, extinct volcanic ranges, and even remnants of a colossal river system called the Tamanrasset. This river, believe it or not, was once bigger than the Nile. Imagine driving through a desert and realizing you're standing on the ghost of a river that could have made the Amazon look small. Crazy, right? And the surprises don't stop there. Hidden under the sands are extinct volcanoes that haven't erupted in millions of years. It's like the Sahara has its own forgotten mountains, buried and waiting to tell their story. These geological formations are time capsules, showing us how Earth has transformed over eons. It's as if the desert has layers of history, just like an epic novel waiting to be read. Scientists have also discovered ancient riverbeds carved into the rock beneath the dunes. These rivers connected regions and likely supported thriving communities thousands of years ago. Picture entire civilizations relying on these waterways, which have since disappeared like whispers in the wind. It's like finding the blueprint of a lost world under your feet. But here's the real mystery. What else could this geological wonderland be hiding? Could there be ancient fossils, lost cities, or clues about Earth's ancient climate? The Sahara isn't just a desert, it's a giant puzzle, and every discovery feels like opening a new chapter in a book we can't put down. If the Sahara sand can hide massive rivers and ancient volcanoes, imagine what other secrets are waiting to be found. Don't miss out. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell to uncover the world's most mind-blowing mysteries, one video at a time. Imagine wandering through the Sahara and suddenly stumbling upon a city buried under the dunes, its walls still whispering stories of an ancient world. That's the legend of Zerzura, a fabled, lost city said to be hidden somewhere in the desert. Tales describe it as a white city filled with treasures, guarded by enigmatic secrets. It's like the desert's version of El Dorado, except the gold is history itself. But Zerzura is just the tip of the iceberg. The Sahara was once a bustling hub of ancient trade routes connecting civilizations. Caravan trails used to weave through this desert, carrying everything from gold to salt, and maybe even knowledge that shaped empires. Picture these routes as the highways of the ancient world, alive with activity, now erased by shifting sands. What happened to the cities and people who thrived here? And here's where it gets even cooler. Some of these structures might still be intact, buried beneath the dunes. Archaeologists have already uncovered remnants of ancient forts and settlements preserved by the desert's dry climate. Imagine discovering a fully preserved market square, complete with tools and artifacts, offering a glimpse into everyday life thousands of years ago. It's the ultimate treasure hunt, right under our feet. But the Sahara isn't giving up its secrets that easily. What other hidden mysteries could be buried out there? Could we someday find cities even more impressive than Zerzura? Every clue we uncover feels like a breadcrumb, leading to an even bigger discovery. And the desert is still holding plenty of cards close to its chest. Deep beneath the Sahara's sandy surface lies an underground world that feels straight out of a sci-fi movie. We're talking about sprawling subterranean aquifers, hidden caves, and massive networks of ancient riverbeds. It's hard to believe, but the Sahara isn't just a desert. It's a multi-layered masterpiece. Imagine digging into what looks like endless sand, only to uncover a landscape frozen in time, a snapshot of Earth's ancient history. These hidden landscapes tell a story of a greener past, when rivers like the Tamanrasset flowed as powerfully as the Nile. These underground features aren't just relics. They're still shaping the desert above. Think of them as the foundations of a forgotten world, quietly holding secrets about life before the sands took over. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion. Each level reveals something new and unexpected. What's truly fascinating is how these subterranean systems still influence life today. Subterranean aquifers provide water to communities and hint at how the desert may have sustained life in ancient times. Imagine finding an underground lake in the middle of the world's harshest desert. It's like nature's hidden safety deposit box. These landscapes are more than just geological wonders. They're keys to understanding survival in extreme environments. And yet, for every discovery, there's a dozen more questions. What else lies beneath the surface? Could these ancient riverbeds lead us to buried cities or long-lost civilizations? The Sahara may look like a barren wasteland on the surface, but beneath the sand, it's buzzing with possibilities. Now that you've uncovered the Sahara's hidden past, doesn't it feel like you've just unlocked a secret reserve for only the most curious minds? Think about it. Beneath those endless dunes lies a treasure trove of history, from fossils of ancient creatures to whispers of lost civilizations. This isn't just trivia. It's the kind of knowledge that sets you apart, the kind of insight that makes you see the world differently. But here's the thing. This is just the beginning. The Sahara is only one of countless mysteries waiting to be explored. What other ancient secrets might change everything we think we know about our planet? Only those who stay curious, who keep digging, will ever truly find out. So, if you're ready to join a select group of seekers who crave the thrill of discovery, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Let's keep uncovering the mysteries that make us smarter, more insightful, and closer to the truth. The adventure is far from over.